Mm.
Showing off. Wow.
I love Trump. I love my Patriots. I love my Patriots. Good morning, people. This is really in the morning, but this is when a snaphead is always at their fucking best. And as you know, Mariaaaa is dead to me. I told my informants, no more clips, no more nothing from any of the fucking bottom feeders, because I don't give a fuck about any of them. But, of course, she's a panel whore, so she jumps up on Poolstick's panel, and I did tell my informants to keep me posted on what that piece of shit was saying. Well, he mentions me nearly every day. Oh, you're a sack whore, like Terry Time says. Sings me a song. Oh, Terry Time, where have you gone? Why have you left me here? I am in Pizza's room. I have been watching Pizza since day one of this stupid mob tube because he is the most entertaining of any of you. And he always will be. And that's why 90% of you use his content, because you are not spontaneous, whether he's got mental illness or whether he doesn't. He is entertaining, whether you agree with him, whether you don't. I don't agree with the animal abuse. How many times do I have to tell you fools that? But his animal is at least still alive and in good shape and not dead like the antifreeze dogs are and the pool kicker Heidi Black's poodle is. So he's got that much going for him. So don't even start. Good morning, Clark Kent. She killed those dogs. Huh, Dana. Tony, Pizza, good morning. The Poolstick's been running his mouth about me, Pizza, and he's had that lying, vile, vicious, worst of the bottom feeders, and I named them bottom feeders, you fool, Poolstick, because I've known them all for 5 years. There's not one of them that doesn't call cops, call CPS, call jobs, call families, post families. I'm the only one that doesn't do any of that, so I named them bottom feeders. I know about them, something you don't, or you wouldn't have that vile piece of shit Mariaaaa on your fucking panel with you, trying to justify shit she's lying about. I support prisoners. Have you got that? I've been married to them. They're not people I just write for pen pals. I know them. I know them. They've been in my life. You've been a prisoner, and I wasn't talking about your son. I use your son as an example that if you cared about him, you wouldn't have that vile piece of shit that's half-ass lying now about what was said. I am not getting money for me to call my prisoner. I'm getting money so they can put it in a little thing that they have, and they make their own little food for Christmas, and I can get Sharon in here to testify because Guy told her yesterday that they're going to make a big kind of a Christmas dinner, and I can do donations for anything I want, just like that lying Mariaaaa who never gives money to anybody for anything but accept her own imaginary attorney that she doesn't even have. Ask her to come up with that $1,000. And you played conveniently with a little bit of my fucking video you wanted to play. You didn't put the truth on there like you never do. You don't know what the truth is. You never have. I believe Tony Pizza 100 times more than I do you. And he's 1,000 times more entertaining than any of you. Any of you. And if he ever does go off of YouTube, you'll all be scrambling trying to find content, and you know it. I'm going to play this piece of shit first. Oh, I got to do something. Sharon, shut that shit down. I can hear it. Turn it down. Hear it over my fucking line. Oh, turn it down. Come in. So I'm going to play you. Sharon was playing my live. That's why it was so loud. I was screaming too loud. But anyway, Brenda, before I get any madder, Brenda sent this to Sharon. I don't believe in Christmas. I'm an atheist. But for people that do, I accept their gifts and I appreciate them totally. And this is how a snaphead looks in the morning without having their hair combed, no filter. Maria, why don't you come out behind that avatar, you vile, vicious, lying piece of shit. And Poolstick, don't get here up there to verify anything about me, because the prison donations have nothing to do with me talking to my prisoner. I can afford him myself. It's for the unfortunate ones that don't have any money, that want to come home for Christmas. And I don't care if Maria gives a fuck about them or not, because she don't give a fuck about nothing. Ask her where the $1,000 is that she's got for a attorney that she doesn't even have. And I'm glad she's fired. Ha 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 ha. Hyena, come up here and help me laugh. I'm glad she got fired, because she's been calling people's jobs for 5 fucking years. She deserves everything she gets. And I hope she goes to jail. And I hope nobody gives her a dime while she's in there, because she's such a know-it-all about everything except me. And Poolstick, you better watch your damn step. I don't give a shit if you play my clips. I don't care if anybody does, because I don't strike people. Maria has struck Sophie at least 5 times in the last 2 weeks, and every one of them says she's a striker. She's every vile thing that a person can do. That bitch has done it. She posted my granddaughters. Now have her up there and have her be your crown and glory. That's all you got. You're sorrier than anybody I've ever. I never thought that I would dislike anybody worse than FBS and Mac, but buddy, you passed them, because you're the bottom of the fucking barrel. Pizza, I'm sorry I'm ranting and raving. I'm so proud you're in here with me. And the only thing they can come up about you is the dog thing, and at least Leon is alive and healthy. Antifreeze's 2 dogs are dead, and they died a torturous death with antifreeze. The poodle kicker, she says she doesn't know where. Oh, and Brenda, this is the outfit you got me. Don't it look great? Got my tortoiseshell glasses on to match. Let me see if I can read some of these chats. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning. I don't know who you're talking to. Sharon, good morning, Sharon. And if anybody will admit it or not, and they won't, because everybody's got to hate Tony Pizza, or there's something wrong with him. Let me tell you something. I listen to his, now that Sharon's here, we're doing stuff. We've had company every fucking day this week, something none of the rest of you people that don't have a life ever have. So I haven't had time to catch up on all this YouTube crap. But I do listen to Tony Pizza regardless. I can't always get in there in his chat, but Tony, I always listen to you. And somebody happened to tell me that Poolstick was running his mouth which he does every day. He has to mention Terry time every day. Oh, Terry time, where have you gone? Have you left me for pizzas? Pizza getting to you. I was listening to pizza before I even knew who you were, you fucking idiot. You're irrelevant. And I don't care nothing about Angel Gotti either. I've never listened to one. I only listened to 2 of her shows, and one, she admitted to doxing Chicago Muscle. She gave his information to MRE, and Chicago can shift the blame to MRE, but she's the one that gave it up, and she's a fucking female, and she runs her mouth, just like all females do. So Chicago, quit trying to shift the blame to MRE. Just stop it, because it was Angel Gotti. I heard it out of her own mouth. She had your info, and she gave it to MRE and another close friend, which was probably fucking Lauren. So you gave it to a woman, your mistake, and now you're trying to shift the blame. I'm getting to like MRE. Who knows? I may be over in his room next. I liked him as Rustin, as a matter of fact. Okay, this is the great Poolstick. Not getting the point at all. Because the only reason I even put a cash app up for prisoners or animals is because of Mariaaaa running her fucking mouth about what I should do with my goddamn money. You better worry about getting a job before you get evicted, or better yet, go to jail. And yes, Poolstick, I love it. I'm reveling in it. I love it. I've never been so happy in my life to find out that bitch got fired. And you could take it and shove it up your fucking ass and shove her up there with it. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Happy birthday, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Happy birthday. And you'll be happy to know, because I know you love FBS, just like Joey Dimes. It doesn't matter. I can get along with people, but as of today, FBS is the farthest thing from my mind. He's on my back burner. Just like Johnny Mac. I've already accepted his apology because I love Sophie. And Sophie knows it. So my main person that I hate right now is Poolstick because of his crusty, crotchety, lying Mariaaaa. If her goddamn mouth is moving, she's lying. You don't have to go any farther than that. She's a straight up liar. I can't stop thinking about you because you won't quit talking about me.
Thank God. I see your name. Pretty nails, your honey. Pretty nails.
Pretty nails, you got it. Why don't you have Mariaaaa show her damn nails? She won't even show her fucking melted face. I paid $4, people. I don't have filters on. I don't need them. And I don't give a fuck if I did need them. I'd still show my face because I don't think you're a real person unless you show your face. So I paid $4 of my money to put the exact same filter on her that I had on me. Go look at the results, people. And I've got 10 years on that bitch, or 7 at least. According to her, she always thinks I'm 74. Go look at the pictures. It didn't cover her melted skin. It didn't cover the bags under her eyes, her poor bone structure. And like I said before, I'm so glad, though, that Poolstick mentioned that Ted Cruz, my wonderful senator, is a Cuban. So there may be some good Cubans, but those two are not examples of good Cubans. Neither one of them. And I don't know why he's being loyal to her, because she is the biggest, worst bottom feeder of them all, and they're all terrible. I have the only 3 that aren't, and they're not really bottom feeders. They've never had channels. Let's hear some more of what this freak says. And he conveniently didn't play my whole recording. He only played the parts that. Doing some right now.
Sharon's here. I have just been sitting around here watching YouTube.
Okay.
Just here a little bit every now and then.
You're so sexy.
Don't know shit.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you something, lady. People out there, you were very pretty when you were young. You know, that is so pretty.
I was very pretty when I was young. I'm prettier now than that piece of shit, Mariaaaa. That's what's wrong with these goddamn women. That's why they can't show their face, because they're ashamed that they're only in their 30s or 40s, and I'm 72 and I can still rock it. And none of them ever told the truth. So don't even start going there with me. Because none of them can tell it because they're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. Miss Can't Be Wrong, I've always liked you and Jesse. And you're the original mob. Two women, these bottom feeders ain't nothing. They'll never be nothing but bottom feeders. I don't care what community they go in. That's why I've been very careful never to let any of them go to another one of my communities, ever. And believe me, I have lots of them. FBS is no longer the focus of my anything. I am putting all my hatred and total hatred on this fool right here, Poolstick, for taking this stupid Mariaa's side. He didn't even play the part about the prisoners. He talked about Minnie and the purse. Minnie knows what happened with the purse. She fucking backstabbed me. Minnie, Deborah Silver, Deborah H. Debbie loves to chat. I know all your fucking sock accounts. I know who you are and I know what you are. And I'm going to talk about you till the day I fucking die if I want to. There's nothing that son of a bitch or FBS or anybody can do to stop me. None of them. Have you got that, Minnie? You and me had that understanding. I'm going to keep talking because you were dumb enough to answer a phone call when Pizza called you and I heard your goddamn dyke butch sounding voice. And don't let me drop who your partner is because I know who it is. You just better leave the purse shit alone. Because I'm like that. My mother was Italian and guess what? We hold vendettas for life. And the two things that you didn't play, stupid Poolstick, conveniently said, oh, what happened? That didn't play. Two things my mother taught me. You can never be too thin or rich. And she was absolutely right. I'm losing weight. I'm 72. I'm losing weight. I can wear clothes. Brenda, I love this outfit. Goes so good with my tortoiseshell glasses that match it. Bad, real Tony. Who did I call? One day in your chat, Pizza, Jen was in there. And I wasn't in there, and you usually ask me if it's Jen. Well, anyway, so you called this Debbie H. And she answered the phone. And guess who it was, Pizza? It was Minnie, 560, the one that got the Louis Vuitton purse from me. Her real name is Deborah Silver. And yes, I doxed her because the bitch deserved it. Because that purse was worth about 10 grand. And she got it under false pretenses. And she backstabbed me trying to get Poolstick to come after me with pictures and shit, which he used for a big oh, Terry time, come over here, Minnie's doing this or that. And now all of a sudden, just because I can't stand Mariaaaa after he made his big pledge, I'm not having anybody in my chats that have ever went against families. Well, that's all that goddamn bitch Mariaaaa does is go against families. That's all she's ever done. I am the only one, and I'm not a bottom feeder. I named them bottom feeders, you idiot, Poolstick. Who do you think started the bottom feeders to begin with? I did. You know why? Because I know what they all are. They're pieces of shit. Every fucking one of them. I don't, from the B to goddamn Scamber, but Mariaaaa is the worst of all of them. Of all of them. And believe me, they've all called cops. They've all called CPS. They've all called jobs. Mariaaaa has called plenty of jobs. She has made John Yates' life miserable. So I hope she goes to jail, and I'm very happy about it. And I'm so glad she got fired, and I'm happy about that. And I'm rubbing her nose in it every chance I get. And every time she runs her mouth and lies about that prison program, she's another fucking liar. She tried to change her story. Well, I think prisoners eat took a dime. She wouldn't give your son a dime if he didn't have any for Christmas. The guy that I deal with is in there with him. He knows who doesn't have money and who does. And they get together, and if Sharon feels like coming in here, she talked to her man yesterday, and they're going to do this wonderful Christmas thing with the money in their commissary. And I don't care if you think it's a worthy cause or not, Poolstick, because God knows you don't have a cause. The only money you've ever gave is a measly $25 back to me when you told me you would put all the money I gave you to an animal shelter, and you never did, you lying piece of shit. And I don't care about you beating a fucking woman up with a Poolstick. Who the fuck cares about that? You need to beat the goddamn one that's sitting on the panel with you. That's who needs a fucking beating and jail time. Then maybe she'd think before she runs her lying ass mouth.
She was very pretty when she was young.
I was pretty when I was young.
Maybe like 70-something years old.
I'm 72.
Did a pretty good job.
And Jen getting on everybody's panel and running her mouth, which I can't make her stop doing.
I have a soft spot for Jen Bailey. Everybody knows it. I don't care if you love her or hate her. She's not a malicious person. She gets used by the likes of Mariaaaa. Because guess what, Mariaaaa? You're not using Jen. She's using you. I listen in on every fucking phone call you make. And you're always trying to get her to do this or do that because you don't have the fucking nerve to do nothing but run the Poolstick. Supposed to have somebody in his chats that never done anything. This bitch has done everything you can possibly do to anybody. And if you would listen to Sophie's channel, she plays all the goddamn shit this lying bitch has ever done. And the dumb bitch posted a community post and it got sent to me. She was so fucking ignorant and stupid. I don't know what kind of job she had. It had to be something illiterate, because she said, oh, the UK doesn't have Percocet. Well, I Googled it, took me 2 minutes, posted the response. The UK does have Percocet, Mariaaaa. And it's just like in the United States, you have to get a prescription for it, you ignorant bitch. Can you ever you need to be tied in the woods overnight like I was until you turn into a skeleton. Then maybe you would shut your lying mouth. If you don't know what you're talking about, keep your mouth shut. You don't know what my prison talk money's about. Oh, and I want to thank Handa Do and Maureen. And if you want it to go to the Animal Defense League instead of the prisoners, just tell me. I'll put it in either one you want. But I want you to know the prisoners are planning a big Christmas banquet with the money they've got. They don't use the money to talk to me, you ignorant piece of shit. And if I have sex with them over the phone, what the fuck is it to you? You need to have sex, period. I could tell you ain't had any. You act like an idiot. You look like an idiot. I spent my hard-earned money to put a filter on you, identical to mine. It didn't do a bit of good. You still got the bags. You still got the melted face. You still got the fucked up hair. Colored. My hair is not colored. This is my real color. There's nothing fake about me anywhere. Oh, yes, they have it. 1 year there. Great. Spends what? Jen is Jen. And when I first came into this 90 days, so they ain't talked about 90 days since I've been over here, Jen was one of the first ones I met. And I could tell within the first week that she was being manipulated. Scamber, Mariaaaa, whoever was friends with her was using her to do things that they didn't have the nerve to do. She's the one that, Mariaaaa is the one that told Jen to call the cops on Johnny Mac. Because Jen didn't even know he had showed a picture of her house. Mariaa's behind all this shit. I've been listening into their phone calls, people. I'm not a recorder. I don't give a shit who plays my videos. I've never struck. I don't strike people. But I heard Poolstick saying, well, I'm not Terry Time, Bambi. I will strike you. Well, Poolstick, that already proves you're not as good as me. That already proves it. Because I don't strike anybody. I don't give a fuck how much of my videos they play. I ain't struck a person, and I'm so proud of it. And I'm thinking about being friends. I might beg Rustin MRE to be my friend since you're so much against him. I think I'm going to go beg to be with everybody that you're against, because as long as you have that vile, prisoner-hating piece of shit on your panel that's done more than anybody, you have proved to me you're a true character. I used to think you were a little funny, singing to me and all that shit, but it's old, and it's stupid, and you're just using my name. Quit using my name.
And running her mouth, which I can't make her stop doing, even though I try.
Stop trying.
Can you see pizza?
Pizza. You like pizza? Really like pizza, man?
Oh, guess what? You're going to hear it. Mariaaaa said the prisoners don't deserve any help because they're in there for a reason. Let me tell you something, you fucking bitch, Mariaaaa. I've been married 6 times. 4 of them went to prison for drug charges. Drug charges to me are bogus. Because half the people, if not all the people that I've met on here do some kind of pills. They're smoking pot nonstop. I admit that I'm a Snap user. So why should somebody be doing prison time? And if they don't have the money to call home, why shouldn't I be nice enough to know a prisoner that knows who they are? And Sharon does too. and give them a little joy for the holidays or for whenever they need it. You vile piece of shit. Hopefully you're going to prison. I hope you do, because you will not get one dime from my donations. Not a dime. Ever. And Maria don't like animals either. She's never been caught beating her dog, but she has been caught saying, well, I hate this dog. It's my husband's dog. I don't even know if her husband's living with her anymore. I had a rumor he moved out. I wouldn't blame him if he did. Hey, Poolstick, she don't live too far from you. Why don't you and Tina give her a place to live, and then you can have that vile piece of shit up your ass every minute. The gay people looks like a young Lee Cole with a... Pizza, I'm not going to talk about everybody. This is on Poolstick. Lee Cole and me have been fine with each other. You like people that I don't like. I know I like Joey Dimes, and I'm never going to quit liking him. I am a true blue to Joey Dimes, no matter what. Rolex, Carlos, those are my three guys, and I'm never going to turn on them, no matter what's said. But I just want Miss Can't Be Wrong to have a wonderful birthday and tell FBS that Poolstick has taken the #1 spot of my hatred because of his lies and him having a goddamn Marie up there. And all he has to do is watch one of Sophie's shows or talk to any of the bottom feeders, not the ones she drags in there with her, but some real ones that she's done shit to, like John Yates, like me, posting my granddaughters. And I want any of you, I will put $1,000 up for any of you to find one time I've posted a family member or talk about them. And Poolstick, just mentioning that you have a son in prison is not talking about him. That's common knowledge. That's something you said. And I thought you, of all people, would not have a prisoner hater on your panel, but you do, and you're making excuses for her. And now she's backtracking from it. I never said the money was for me to call Paul. The money is for me to give to Paul to use for their little get-togethers that they have where they make special food. And if he knows one that can't call their family, so you don't know what you're talking about, Maria. And if you don't want to give money, then don't give money. But why don't you explain where that $1,000 went for your non-existent lawyer? Why don't you try worrying about the goddamn scamming and shit you do? I'm so glad you're unemployed. Let's have a party, an unemployment Maria party, and I'll put an Amazon wish list up. How about that, Maria? How about that? Because I've never been so happy to see somebody get fired in my life as you. And I know if these damn bottom feeders had 1 ounce of goddamn honesty about them, they'd be agreeing with me because they know you're the vilest bitch that ever walked the bottom feeder streets. And I am up in the bottom feeders business, you stupid ass Poolstick, because I invented them. I named them. And I know who every one of them are, and the rest of you can't even catch up if it took me a year.
So let me get this straight. So I'm a lowlife.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Couldn't have said it better myself. No, you can't, because it's true.
Because I'm cool with Maria, right?
Right.
But she's cool with pizza.
I'm cool with pizza. Right.
Pizza!
Pizza! The most entertaining mob tube guy there is.
Well, you're cool with pizza.
That's right. But pizza is not in my chat. Pizza is not on my, well, he's in my chat today. Most of the time he isn't, but he's not on my panel. And I'm not sitting there justifying everything he does and agreeing with everything he does and saying if his word is the truth. Pizza is pizza. Take him or leave him. He's entertaining and he's funny. Maria is neither of those things. She's not entertaining. She's not funny. And she lies every time she opens her fucking mouth. She's lying. Poolstick is the Cuban Uncle Tom. Poolstick is something. I have to take that back on the 2 Cubans I ever met. I hated. I still hate him and Maria, but I love Ted Cruz. He's my Texas senator, and I love him.
Wait, because I think we're onto something here. I think we're onto something here. So I'm a lowlife according to her highness.
That's right.
I'm a lowlife because I'm cool with Maria.
Yep.
but she's cool with Tony P.
Yes.
A guy who doesn't care about his family at all.
I know one thing. You've all called his mother. Something I've never done. Never called a family member. Never will. And I don't care what your goddamn excuses were. You were all on that fucking phone call. And that, to me, is despicable. I wouldn't do it back like Pizza does. I wouldn't take revenge that way. Even though Mariaaaa posted my granddaughters, I never retaliated because I don't do that. You will never, never, never catch me posting a family member of anybody. And the only one I've ever talked about is Pizza's son because I thought, Poolstick's son, because I thought, why is he having this prison hater when she might go to prison herself, which would be glorious? I'm going to ask Hyena in a minute about that. Oh, God, wouldn't that be great if she'd go to prison? I would love it so much because she got Jen put in jail. A lot of them were using Jen. A lot of them were pushing her. But after I started getting allowed to be on all them phone calls, that bitch was pushing her towards jail. Didn't give a fuck about her. Was just using her, knowing that Jen would do whatever Maria said because she thought Maria is friends to no one. And where's the $1,000, Maria? Where's the attorney? They don't have Percocets in the UK, people, according to Maria. She can't even look up the fucking truth.
Wait.
Let me get this stupid Maria on
I
here.
think we're on to something.
You ain't on to nothing. You're an idiot. And you're stupid. And you're gay. Poolstick is gay.
But how does she know about these group of girls that he likes to call ladies out there, ladies?
I'll tell you how I know about him, Poolstick. 5 years ago, I was trying to watch Sister Wives. I found this 90-day fucking community. This bunch of goddamn vile fucking women. And I listened to them for about 2 weeks, and I knew they were pieces of shit. I had never heard of people calling cops for wellness checks, calling people's jobs, calling churches, calling congregations, calling CPS. There is nothing that this vile bunch of fucking women won't do, and I'm not letting any of them out of it. But Maria is the worst. She was doing it 2 years before I even knew who she was. They all do it. But she's the worst. Sophie's the only one that doesn't do it. The only one that hasn't talked about a family member. She hadn't been in the community that long. I named them bottom feeders. That's how I know about them, you stupid Poolstick. I named them bottom feeders because I know them. And I've never stuck up for them. I've never hung around with them. And I told my informants, I don't care what another one of these vile pieces of shit says because I'm not responding to them. But this bitch is a panel whore. Much like Jen Bailey, and she gets up on panels and runs her stupid mouth. So guess what? Somebody sent this to me. I said, keep your eye on Poolstick because he mentions my name every goddamn live. Oh, FDS is a sack whore. That's what Terry Time said. Terry Time, where have you gone? You're over there with pizza. Terry Time did this. Terry Time has informants, but I have people that inform on me. You're stupid. Quit bringing my name up. You said you weren't going to bring my name up again. You can't go a show without bringing my name up. And when you play something of mine, play the whole damn thing, not just whatever clips makes Maria look like she might have some sense. And I'm putting the little animals up that scream Maria all the time because I heard it drives her nuts. And I've got plenty of animals. I finally got to the goat, but I've got plenty of animals going, Maria! And that's for Jesco White. And that's another community none of you freaks will ever get in.
Of girls that he likes to call ladies out there, ladies. You know, she calls all you people in the female community bottom.
Yeah, they know it. I named them that, you stupid idiot.
Why?
Because they are. That's why.
You do not agree with her.
I don't agree with any cop callers. I don't agree with people that talk about families or post family members. I don't agree with any of the shit that these bottom feeders do. That's just me. And I'm an atheist, and I don't need God to tell me what's right and wrong. I know what's right and wrong. And she posted my granddaughters, the vilest, the lowest of the son of a bitch and bottom feeders over there. And she also took $1,000 and doesn't have a fucking attorney to her name. She's a grifter. She's a beggar, but she never gives anybody a dime. And guess what, Maria? When you finally go to jail, which I hope and pray you do, I don't pray. I pray to hyena, which I hope you do go to jail, you won't get a dime. Not from me. You better believe it. I am helping prisoners. I don't give a shit if you like them. Give your money to kids, which is something you don't do either. I give to animals or prisoners. Take it or leave it or shut the fuck up about it because it's none of your business. I don't make anybody give a donation. And when I feel like putting stuff up, I will put shit up. I still ain't going to be out here begging for it every day because of what I say.
Why? Because you do not agree with her theology or politics?
Theology? What the fuck theology does she have? I'm an atheist and I got more goddamn morals than she's got. I don't agree with her because she's a vile, lying piece of shit. You got her up there beside you. When you said, oh, I'm not going to have no family people in my chat, you stupid lie. Muggsy, how you doing? Jen, good morning. Sharon, that's Jen. Talk to each other. I just showed you the beautiful gift that Brenda, my wonderful, sweet friend Brenda, she sent Sharon this. Thank you, Brenda. It's some kind of body and bath thing. And she sent me this outfit I got on. I'm going to walk across it. It fits me perfect. I kind of look like Carol Baskin with this leopard thing on. What do you think? And my glasses match it. And I have a bed head. I have not combed my hair. This is how I look in the morning at 72 years old with no filter. So what do you got to say about that, you lying Maria? Just be sure and tell FBS
Politics?
he's back to the top almost after this.
But she's obsessed with
Who knows what Maria's politics is? She don't even know who the president is. She's an idiot. She didn't even know that the UK had Percocet. I had to prove that. I had to post that and prove that dumb bitch don't even know that. You idiot. Percocet's the same in the UK as it is in the United States, you dumbass. Why don't you check up a recipe for meth and try doing some? Maybe you'll have a little more sense, like I do. Maybe you could lose some weight. Maybe it'll help that, I don't know, your skin will probably sag worse than it does. I tried a filter on her, people. I paid $4 for that filter. Put the exact filter that I had on. She's always calling me 74, so I got to have her by 10 years, 15 years. What good did the filter do her? None.
That's what she talked about. Bottom feeder this, bottom feeder that. Jules, Maria.
I don't talk about Jules.
I don't even know the names.
That's right. You don't know the names. You don't know the names, Poolstick, because you don't know what bunch of women you're dealing with. You want me to give you all their names? I can. And I can tell you every one of them's done this dirty shit, including Minnie 560, Deborah H., because she answered the phone like an idiot when Pizza called her, and I recognized that dyke butch voice of hers. She's also Debbie Loves to Chat. Her real name is Deborah Silver, and she lied about the purse. She backstabbed me, and I'm never going to quit talking about that Minnie 560, you phony dyke.
Let me see the part what you say.
And this one here was going to be a super, super short one.
There we go. This is
Hard timer.
Hi, Brenda.
So you go.
I'm going to stand up and let you see it on me. It really does look good.
Since Maria doesn't think any of you prisoners need anything, obviously Poolstick doesn't think his son needs anything because he's chatting up with you, and that's exactly what you want.
why would you mention my son and say that I don't care about my son?
Because if you cared about your son, you would not be sitting there with a fucking woman that said prisoners didn't deserve anything, seeing that your son is a prisoner. That's why. That's why I said you obviously don't care about your son, or why would you be with her? Why wouldn't you be promoting me and saying, yes, there are a lot of prisoners in prison that would love to be able to call their family. They weren't calling me. If I do have sex with my prisoner, that's between me and him. It ain't got nothing to do with that bitch that probably ain't had sex in 50 years. Buy a vibrator, you dumb bitch. Put some AA batteries in it and go to town. Maybe it'll calm you to fuck down and stay out of my goddamn business. Because Poolstick is obviously too dumb to figure out what was really said about the prison thing. But I'm going to enlighten him and everybody today.
What does that my son have to do? What do you make that correlation?
The correlation is, you stupid ass, bald-headed Cuban. The correlation is, when you played my video, you left the whole part out about the prisoners, and I made it very clear. For somebody that's done 22 years in prison and has a son in prison, why would they have an obvious person up there that said prisoners didn't deserve anything, that they obviously did a crime? Well, no, they haven't obviously done a crime, but you have. So when you go to prison, it's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to tell everybody, this prisoner deserves nothing. I have a friend, Nancy. Sharon's been in prison. I know plenty of people in my life that have done prison. I know plenty of MobTube guys that have done prison. And for her, and for any of you to back this vile piece of shit woman that said that prisoners don't deserve anything, they can just do their time, forget about them, give your money to kids. Why don't you give your money to kids, Mariaaaa? At least I give my money to animals and prisoners. It's none of your goddamn business. What is your sub's business is what you did with that $1,000 that you were supposed to get an attorney with, and you never did because you got fired. And you probably used it to pay your stupid rent. Who knows? Because you were unable to tell the truth about anything.
People's family. I thought you were accusing Mariaaaa of mentioning somebody's family.
She posted my damn granddaughters. I put proof of it. My granddaughters have done nothing to her. I did nothing to her. She just posted them because that's a vile piece of shit this woman is. And as long as you have her in your chat and on your panel, you're identical to her. You are not, don't mention my name again, because every time you do, I don't care what that cunt says. I want to know what she said this time.
That's right. What happened? She forgot all that.
What happened? I forgot all that with your crusty voice. I hope you died from throat problems.
You've been watching Tony Pizza a little bit too long, too much, and nice to mention people's families.
I have watched Tony Pizza since the day I got on MobTube. The very first day, because he is the most exciting, funny, other than the dog stuff, which I don't agree with, and he knows I don't. At least his dog is alive, unlike the bottom feeders they have dead dogs and nobody's saying a word to them. So I think he's funny. I think he's entertaining. Whenever I get a chance to get in there, I do. I send him a little super chat or a cash app. It's not that much because my cash apps are going to my prisoners and my dogs, and he knows that. He's temperamental now. He could have me blocked tomorrow, but I understand him. I want him to understand that Jen is a victim because everybody manipulates her. Everybody that is in Jen's life, except me, manipulates her because I've been in on the phone calls. I've heard them do it because they know she tries to be friends with everybody and she'll do whatever they ask her to do because Mariaaaa had her call the cops on Johnny Mac. She didn't even know he was showing her house. That was Mariaaaa was behind that bullshit. Because I was on the phone. I heard it. And Mariaaaa, don't you think for 1 minute that every time you hook up with Jen that I don't hear exactly what you're saying. Because you're too stupid to realize that when I told you. You're not only a vile, cop-calling liar, you're a stupid one.
Every single day of the year. And now you have decided to mention people's families. Shame on you.
Whose families I mentioned? I said your son's incarcerated, and you're up there with somebody that don't give a fuck.
Skimming the water. The prosecutors will not charge Johnny Mac.
I ain't gonna listen to this Johnny Mac stuff because I don't care.
Lambo knows it.
Who are you talking about, Brenda?
I spoke to him yesterday. I do believe that.
Thank you, William Brooklyn. Brenda, who's not acting right? Let me tell you something, Poolstick. The only person that don't have an issue with Mariaaaa is you or one of her stupid ass subs that can't think for themselves. I can't believe they've even got subs. They all know she's a liar. They should be asking where that money is. At least if people give me money, I'll be glad to show them the commissary that I put it on. I will put a copy of it up, and they'll see that the money's going exactly where I say it's going, and I will show my Animal Defense League deposits too, unlike her. Bambi is being rude. Bambi, let's get along with each other. I know you don't like her. I'm always nice to you. I don't have a problem with you either. Bambi, Bambi, Bambi. Go watch Bambi's channel because Poolstick don't like Bambi either. So everybody that Poolstick can't stand, I'm going to start being in love with. MRE, get ready. I'm going to come and beg you is, oh, Rustin, remember when we were in the Durkee verse? Please give me another chance. Please, 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 you Nazi midget wannabe Aryan Brotherhood. Please, MRE, give me another chance. FBS, I'm apologizing. Well, even though what I said about you, I still think, I'm still mad over you making fun of rednecks and hillbillies. But compared to this fool, you're a saint. Don't mean I'll be in your chat. We ain't got to be friends, but I'm clearing the air because I have one target now and one target only, and it's rotten Poolstick. As long as he stands by Mariaaaa, I can't stand him. Because anybody that's done 22 years in the pen and has a son in the pen should not tolerate this woman in his presence. Should not tolerate it. As far as Pete's and the dog thing, like I said, his dog's alive and well. Antifreeze and the Poodle Kicker's dogs are dead. They're dead, and people are giving them a pass. Sorry, can't be wrong. I came in late. Who's this Justice Creed? Can't read it. Anyway, try to get along, chat. Bambi's welcome him here. I don't have a problem with Bambi. Don't have a problem with Jen. Don't have a problem with Miss Campbell. The only people I have problems with are direct people like Poolstick and Mariaaaa. I don't care who's in their chat. I heard that Deuces Wild saying a bunch of shit. Deuces, I don't care. I don't care what you think or what you say. I don't have no problems. The only chat person I have a problem with is Minnie, and we all know, and I will handle it myself. You don't have to take no grudges out. Jen, Muggsy is a sweetheart. Yes, Muggsy's a sweetheart. This can't be wrong, and so is Carlos. And so is Joey Dimes, and so is Rolex. And so is Hard Timer. Who's this? God, I wish I could say, TT, you're pretty. I can't read this. I'm sorry. You're pretty good, but I can't read it. I wore these glasses to be in fashion, to go with my leopard skin. And even though they're bifocals, I'm having a hard time reading that. But anyway, I'll read it later. Muggsy, Jan, is a pizza still in here? We're all going to get along. Let these two go down the sewer together.
I just don't think that it's right to come on here and challenge somebody to go to your house. You attack the person.
Oh, now we're talking about FBS. I'm going to skim over that. I don't care about the FBS stuff.
Mariaaaa, you didn't deserve the wrong stuff to you.
Yes, she did. And she deserves more, and I hope she does jail time. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm going to have a going to jail party for Mariaaaa. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And we're going to have a lot of gifts, and we're not going to send any of them to the prison. We're not going to give anybody to the prison because I want her to get treated exactly like she thinks prisoners deserve to get treated. Because unlike my prisoner and Sharon's prisoner and my ex-husbands and Nancy and Sharon and my friends, she doesn't have any friends. She can use that $1,000 she grifted off her subs to go into her little prison commissary. I'm going to try to skip over the FBS stuff. Good.
Very strong person.
That's proofful.
I'm pretty sure. Did you cry the day that happened to you, Marie?
No.
No, she's the biggest crying. She ran to Chicago. She can't stick up for herself. That's why she uses Jen, because she can't do it. I am the only one that stands alone. How many times have you ever heard me ask anybody to do anything for me? Never, because I can handle my own shit. I always have. And when you don't lie, you don't have to worry about stuff like that. See, Bambi is of Mariaa's. I don't know what you're talking. You're talking bad about Bambi. Bambi is one of Mariaa's. Who got blocked for no reason? I can't keep track of Brenda. Who got blocked for no reason? Ain't nobody getting blocked in here. Let's get this straight right now. Let them say what they want to say. If you can't take it, then that's on you. I'm not doing a bunch of blocking. I don't go live that often, and I'm not going to spend my time in here blocking people.
You did not? Oh,
I did after. I did like about a week after. I think I was in shock.
yeah, when they actually, yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand you. You know, probably like, you know, you had.
Because I really enjoyed my job.
Oh, you really enjoyed your job? Well, I can't tell because you were on the goddamn internet 24 hours a day. So what was your job? Checking out all the bottom feeders? Because I worked at a salt mine and we couldn't have our phones out. That bitch would have been calling my job if I had one, but I'm retired. She can't do nothing to me. She did post my granddaughters. And she'll probably get on there and yap her mouth off, but guess nobody's going to hear it because my informants know not to clip or repeat anything she says. The only reason I saw this is because they were keeping an eye on Poolstick for me. Poolstick mentions my name every show. And then this vile bitch was up there on the panel and he was trying to justify her with the prison stuff. You can't crochet in prison, Clark. I don't know. They might have crochet classes. I don't really have any women in prison right now. I did have Nancy, but she's out. So I only have men. But I can ask my guy if they got crochet classes for women. But I'll guarantee you this, Maria, you won't get a fucking dime from me or my donations, not one red cent, because you think it's just fine for them to sit in there. So you get a taste, and hopefully you will go to jail. I'm hoping. I'm going to ask Kahina here in a minute. But just the fact that you're unemployed is glorious. Yes, Poolstick, I'm happy she got fired because she has tried to fire so many people. That's her game plan. She's even called churches. She's called people's sisters. Call my ex-husbands, both of you, you big investigators. Call one of my 1% ex-husbands and see what the fuck they tell you. Do it. You're so big and brave, calling family members and posting pictures. Do it! Because I never have. I almost feel like giving your son some money, putting in his commissary. Because as long as you're friends with Maria, you probably ain't giving him a dime. He probably deserves a little love. Holiday seasons.
You know, I know that people, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, that really
I'm
is.
glad I did because I took it, you know.
Did you go live? Did you go live with the client?
No.
Good.
She's cried.
I didn't.
Okay, Poolstick, I'm going to give you some more proof. I'm going to show you that bitch crying. She cries every time anybody does anything to her. She can't take nothing. Putting that shit up there. Well, UK don't have Percocet, you stupid bitch. They probably invented it. Why don't you just keep your mouth shut if you don't know what you're talking about? Because I proved it, and I proved it quick, and I already know she's seen my community tab. I got her blocked. She can't say nothing. So you know what she does? Sophie used my community stuff. I give Sophie to use whatever she wants. I give all of you permission to play any of my videos you want to play. I don't care. I don't strike. Unlike Maria, who struck Sophie, and there's no telling how many others she struck. I'm not a striker. Never have been. TT, your guy's getting out soon. No, he is a long time. He's done 25 years and he's got a few more years to go. And if we have sex when we talk on the phone, that's our business. That's more sex than that ugly looking bitch is having. I'll guarantee you that. And Maria, they're not all talking to a 72-year-old, even though it'd be exciting because I was a porn star for years. I know how to talk to men. I know how to do mukbangs for men. So don't you worry about what I do with my prisoners. But I'm giving them money so they can call their family and their girlfriends and their loved ones, not me, you stupid bitch. So get it straight. And if Sharon felt like coming in here, but she ain't used to my hours, she would say that she talked to Guy yesterday and they're going to have a big mac and cheese and a bunch of stuff for Christmas out of money that I sent on their on Paul's commissary, and he uses it for them, and I will prove it. If any of you need the proof, I don't have a problem posting it. If any of you give to my Animal Defense League, I don't have a problem posting it. I will not ask for money and beg for money like this lying cunt when she got unemployed and got $1,000 for an attorney that she doesn't even have. I will show proof. And if you don't like prisoners, I know it's the holidays. If you don't have money, I don't care. If I get money, I do. If I don't, I don't. But I am posting that prison talk in my Animal Defense League after every single live, every single thing on my community post. And I've already gotten, I can't remember everybody, but I know Maureen, Hand of Doom, Larissa, Tammy, Brenda, and Brenda specifically said she wanted it to go to the prisoner. I can't even think of all of them. I think I named them when they said it, unlike Poolstick, who never even sends a heart, let alone anything else.
I didn't.
Let that be, let the record reflect that Maria did not go live crying.
Yes, she did go live crying.
Why would it happen?
And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to find it, unless she deleted it, because she's a dirty deleter, just like Poolstick is. If I can find it, she has went live crying. Somebody posted my daughter's picture. You know what? Her daughter posted her own picture and wrote a letter that she wished her mother would stay offline. Her own family can't stand her. Her own twin sister can't stand her. The only person that's in love with her is Poolstick.
I am a professional, even though
Professional what? Professional liar? How much you get paid for that?
and I didn't want to sound like if I was under, I was like, what can I say? Thank you for the opportunity. I'm out, and that's it.
And I took her through trial and error with a good people on it.
All right, Poolstick. Here's your trial and here's your ear. You're with the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst. Good morning, and Frank Pacaro. Who's Frank Pacaro? Hand of Doom. How you doing? Good morning. This just came on me all of a sudden because I got a little snip from my informants that Poolstick had Mariaaaa up on his panel and they were making fun of my prison program. So I am prepared right now to show you where I post the money that I get in Paul's commissary, and he gives, and they're having a big Christmas dinner, and Sharon's here to verify it because her man is in the same prison mine is. And if there's a prisoner that don't have money for phone calls, unlike Mariaaaa, they're not calling me and having phone sex. I'm sure they can find younger and hotter women and have their own girlfriends. They can call whoever they want. It's the holidays. They deserve to have money to call home. And if Poolstick is good with that, and if he can't figure out how I correlated the fact that his son's in prison, I may have to send his son some of my prison money, because it don't sound like he cares about it. Not with that vile bitch sitting up there with him.
I'm good now. Thank you, man. And, I've had to learn that too.
You'd like to learn what? How to get fired? Poolstick, let me tell you something. Before you get fired, you have to have a job. Mariaaaa embezzled from her first job. I bet you didn't know that either, did you? And her parents paid it off, or she might have already been in jail. Hopefully, everybody, one thing happened. She got fired. Thank you, Hyena, because I'm not going to pray to God. Thank you for getting her fired, and hopefully she'll go to jail. And then I'll do a happy, happy show. So I'll barely have anybody left to bitch at. And Chicago, if you hang around and stick up with that fucking Mariaaaa, you're no better than she is either, because you were a prisoner too. And any of you guys that have ever been to prison that can stick up for this vile bitch says more about you than it does her.
Right. I came into this community, this the things that were happening here, you meet people, man, and, that's how it is, you meet some people sometimes, like I said before, you get a life.
You don't even know what in the fuck you're talking about, Poolstick. You don't know any of these goddamn bottom feeders. I named them bottom feeders 5 years ago, because that's what they are. Can't stand you. FBS is higher than you now. I may try to be friends with MRE even. Since you don't seem to like him, I'm already friends with Pizza. It didn't have nothing to do with you not liking him. It had to do with him being entertaining and funny as hell. And that's why everybody copies his channels, because he's entertaining. If somebody copies your channels, that means you're entertaining. That's why everybody sucked the blood out of Jen, because she's funny and shit too. And they all drained her dry. All the bottom feeders. And Maria still talks on the phone with Jen every single fucking day. And I hear all of it. And I'm sorry, you guys, I don't have no makeup. I didn't comb my hair. I woke up hot. And I'm hot right now listening to this stupid ass Poolstick and this stupid ass Maria.
Like I said before, you get a liking to them, and even though you see certain signs, because of the fact that you've grown to like them, you seem to, we have, human nature. We do have the thing that.
God damn it, can you talk without going, get the grasp of the English language and learn how to talk in a steady stream like I do, instead of, you don't hear Tony stumbling around for words.
I prefer to have people around me. Yeah, which I do. I do have people around me.
Shh, you've lost most of them. Most of the decent people are gone, Poolstick. You're left with the dredge, the mud, the bottom feeder, the scum of the earth. Got $1,000, won't tell anybody where it's at. A liar. That's who you got around you, Poolstick. Somebody that you falsely doxed for over 6 months. You got him around you. Well, I don't apologize to people. Kind of apologizing to FBS, even though I don't like the redneck shit, and I still don't. But I'm focusing on you now.
Surround yourself with people that have your interests in mind, and it's.
And what would your interest be, Poolstick? Showing people's families, talking to the scum of the earth like Maria and trying to justify her. Is that what you're about? Because to me, you're a repetitious pig. Every time I listen to a show, unless you have a panel whore like Maria climb up there and lie about what my prison program's about, saying that I just wanted to get prisoners to talk to me. No, I don't. I talk to one prisoner. The rest of them get money because they want to call home. But if your son needs some money, I would be happy to share with him. And I won't even tell him that you're with a prisoner hater. And I don't know what in the fuck Chicago's doing with you, unless he thinks he needs you for something. Why would anybody gang up with this fool? I was on his panel one time, and I'm so glad I was, because Hand of Doom said that's where he first saw me. I don't jump on panels. I'm not a panel whore. I very seldom say anything in the chats. I listen. I wish I could read this. Yes, Beast. But is Poolstick that solo guy? Okay. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Miss Can't Be Wrong, I'm going to give you a wrench if you don't care. Because sometimes I come on at such ungodly hours. I don't think I can do it on StreamYard. I'm going to have to do it on YouTube. There's Miss Mickey, and there's William Brooklyn. I'm out, people. Miss can't get it right. What are you talking about? You and Miss Can't Be Wrong having a problem. Let's all get along, because I'm not fighting with anybody but the Poolstick and Maria, and we can both agree they're vile people.
It's not easy to find people like that in the world, because
Welcome back, Hand of Doom.
All they think about is me. Like pizza and Marie, FBS. You understand what I'm saying? And so you always got to keep that in mind.
I'm not thinking of me. I'm thinking of the prisoners and the defenseless animals. That's what I'm thinking about. You Poolstick. And don't mention my name. Don't be singing, where, oh, where has my Terry time gone? Because your Terry time is gone. Until you kick that lying piece of shit to the curb, I'm going to stay gone. And every time you mention my name, I'm getting a clip, because I don't care what that fool says. When I heard her say, she said this, the UK didn't have Percocets. So I had to set that straight on my community. I don't think this bitch could tell the truth if a gun was at her head. I think she would. If they said, is your name Maria? She'd say no. I can't not wait. I was so happy when she got fired. So happy. Because she tried to do it to so many people. And I'll be happier yet if she does jail time. Because, prisoners don't need nothing. They did something. They deserve to sit in there with nobody caring about them. according to her. Well, she's trying to fluff it up a little bit today. And of course, Poolstick has to fluff it up because supposedly he's been in there. I'll tell you one thing. If he was in the federal prison for 22 years, he was a punk. Because I've talked to a lot of federal prisoners and none of them act gay like him.
Run a little test. You know, like I did when I called up Mr. FBS late at night.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about FBS. I don't care. FBS ain't said my name and I know of it all.
Main Street. The one on Main Street we went, the AC wasn't working right.
Oh, here we go, talking about FBS. Well, while you're talking about FBS, and I'm turning him off because he's talking about FBS now. While you're worrying about FBS begging for money, why don't you worry about that worthless, vile female sitting beside you getting $1,000 off her subs for an attorney that she doesn't have? Why don't you worry about that? Sorry for the way I look. York, either shoot me. Well, who's arguing with you, William? TT, love your short videos. I know, I can't talk real long. I might if Sharon's with me. I wish Sharon would kind of come in here, but she wasn't awake good because we talked to both of our guys yesterday and they both said what they're having for Christmas with the extra money they're getting from the prison talk thing. They're having a big Christmas meal. Sounds delicious. And yes, I do have a long timer, but I've caught feelings for him. Sharon, if you want to come in here a minute and thank Brenda for your gift and tell them what Guy said. Come on in here. Can you hear me? Well, she's listening. She can hear me. I'll have her come in here and speak for herself because we did talk to our guys yesterday. Let's see, Muggsy. I have haters because I'm with the Hive. Listen, me and Jules have had problems. We both know what they were about. They were about her being friends with people that did terrible things to her. I don't like that. I only give people one chance, but I don't have no hatred for her. I don't have no hatred. I don't even talk about her. You know I don't. I have never had a problem with Miss Can't Be Wrong or Jesse Roth. Never. Either one of them. And they know how I feel about FBS. Never had a problem with Joey Dimes. And he knows how I feel about FBS. You can get along with people that hate other people. Chicken Willie, he wasn't that important. Who's Chicken Willie? That sounds like somebody I may need to know. Sharon. Well, she's coming. I'm going to let her tell you what Guy said. Let her thank Brenda in person for the wonderful bath and bread thing. Let her sit beside me. Well, I got to have Hyena do a blessing, too. Come on over here and sit. Come here, Hyena. You want to get up here with me, Sharon? Come on. I got to ask her. Hey, watch your poodles right there. Go sit on that lump. Me and Sharon are just getting out of bed. A couple snap heads from the old days. Sharon, tell them what Guy said about their Christmas dinner they're planning.
Oh, it sounds like all kinds of good food. They're all Guy's gonna cook him and
Paul and another.
him and Paul are gonna cook the meal so that they can all sit down and eat together.
Yes.
So
Doesn't that sound terrible, Maria, you piece of shit? When you're in prison, you'll be sitting in your cell by yourself because everybody will hate you.
they're more appreciative that the money's coming in for them to get the food. So they get it from their commissary.
Here, tell Brenda thanks. She's in the chat.
Oh, I know. Thank you, Brenda, for the Christmas gift you didn't have to, but I appreciate it.
I agree, Hannah Doom. She's good people. Let me see what Hannah Doom. Hannah Doom, you're a good. Hannah Doom is wonderful. And you know what I do thank Poolstick for, and I hate to do this. Hannah Doom said he saw me on Poolstick's panel. I only went on there one time for about 2 minutes, but it was enough to get somebody wonderful like Hannah Doom. So Poolstick, for that, I'm grateful. That's the only thing I'm great. I don't jump on panels. You don't catch me on panels because I don't get on panels. BB from Virginia. Okay. Beautiful dog. This is Hyena. Maybe she'll act. Can you get over here closer? so I can see if she'll get between us and do a little.
Dance.
You want to do a little premonition, or are you mad about getting a little
Okay.
sexual?
Stand just straight.
Hyena, want to do a blessing? Come on, come on, come on. There you go. That ain't much of a blessing. I don't think you people are going to get much. Let me hold her. See if
She does not.
she ain't in the mood, people. It's too early for her. Let's do a blessing. Come on. No, I don't want to hear a prayer. Come on, both feet. Amen. Let's do this. Hyena. When I yell too much, it gets her
She said
upset.
it's too early.
She's wagging her tail. All right, tell me this. Is Maria going to wind up in jail? Absolutely, people. Maria's going to jail. She's unemployed and she's going to jail. And she used $1,000 to pay her fucking rent. So, Maria, you got lots of explaining to do, and especially explain to the UK how they don't have Percocet over there, since you know more than they do. And I'm never what? What are they saying, Sharon? Can you read them comments?
I'm never living that down. Whatever that is.
What'd you do? Come on, a blessing. I know Hyena's blessings are working on FBS's mom. FBS, this is not a full-fledged apology because I'm still mad at you over the redneck and the hillbilly jokes. But believe me, you're not in my sights anymore. You got one bad bottom feeder over there with you, and that's Minnie. Come on. You're not going to do a blessing? Are you kidding me? She's meant, when I yell first, I should have let her bless first. Anyway, Sharon can tell you what the money's going for. We can prove it on the commissaries. Well, I can. Sharon's not got a donation thing up. She knows that I donate to animals too, and I have my whole life. She does know that.
Yep, I do know that.
And Brenda, I'm going to, you sit here and watch this and see if you can see me. I'm going to get up because I want Brenda to see this on me. Brenda, it fits perfect. I love it. If I can get by. All right, let me know if I can see it. Or if you can see me.
Go over that way. Right there.
Hang on, let me turn the light on.
God, behind me.
Here it is, Brenda. How's it look? Can you see it pretty good, Sharon?
Yeah.
Here it is, Brenda. I love it. I'm losing weight. I love that too. 72 years old, Maria. Get up. Let's do a fashion show, you melted faced bitch. I ain't got enough money to buy a fucking filter that'll make you look good. This is me, bedhead and all, and Sharon. Sharon and me, come on. You want to say something now? Maria's going to prison. And Poolstick might be going back to prison. Ah, hooray! Won't get no money from me. Neither one of you. Oh, and I saw Lee Cole. You're looking good, Lee. And you and me have a bond, and we've always had it. I will never speak bad of Lee Cole. Not ever. Not ever. We have a bond with dogs. And also, he lives in Texas. Way far away from me, but he does live in Texas. And I have to do my Trump thing. Because you know why Poolstick put a Trump hat on? Because I did. He ain't a real Trumpster. He's got that stupid Democrat Maria sitting up there with him. The most liberal snowflake you'll ever meet in your fucking life. Why don't you talk about that Poolstick? I don't need that. I need a pills. Me and Sharon will shake these together. Because we're both hillbillies, rednecks, trailer trash, and Trump 2024, both of us. And we're not ashamed of it. And let me tell you something. If a hillbilly ever beats the fuck out of you, you won't be getting up and calling no goddamn cops. I guarantee you that much. And I've never called a cop. Oh, this is making me all mad again. I think I'm going to get off here before I have another fit. Salute, Muggsy. You have jingles. I have what? You got to read what they're saying, Sharon. I can't see it. What'd Muggsy say?
You might, Terry Time.
I might what, Muggsy? Brenda, Sharon, Baskin without. Well, you know, all my husbands are alive, Brenda. And I wouldn't be Carol Baskin because I love Joe Exotic. I have 6 ex-husbands and they're all living. Now, Sharon's husbands don't do as good as mine. She's had quite a few of them that are gone. Brenda. Salute G-Pack. I don't know who got blocked. I'm going to have to find out. I can't speak bad about SoFlo. He never done anything to me. You don't have to, Hannah, do. I don't expect you to come in here and think like I think. I don't expect anybody, and I don't care what chats people go in, because I don't even go in a chat, so how would I even know? But I'm telling you right now, Poolstick is fucking up, siding up with Mariaaaa. Poolstick ain't never done nothing to me either. In fact, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met you. But I'm not going to stand by and let him and Mariaaaa lie about what I said and him back her up. That's not going to happen. I don't care who likes Poolstick. I don't care who likes FBS. I don't care who likes over in the Durkeeverse. You can come in my chat. I don't know who got blocked. I'm going to find out because I don't know what was going on. Sorry for the upper. Don't worry about how you type. No one got blocked? Okay, Brenda. He's always been good to me, even when he don't like me. He still says he loves me. Terry time, Terry time. Too bad, Poolstick. You got to get rid of Mariaaaa. Here's your choice. Me or the worst person in the bottom feeders. Should be very simple. But I know maybe you Cubans got some kind of bond that I don't know about. Maybe you go out and do that Santa Maria stuff or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. But you've got a choice to make, because as long as you're siding with her and sticking up for her, forget about mentioning my name. Thank you, William Brooklyn. Hand has respect, and I know he does. And I don't ever put anybody out of my chat. Never. Because I don't go live that often, for one thing. And then people can fight with each other if they want to. BB, hi Sharon, good morning.
Good morning.
Sharon wasn't even up yet when I started this, because when I see stuff I get, because you know how I am. Snapheads don't sleep. Sleep is overrated. Hey, Mariaaaa, if you're watching this, and I know you are, call the cops. You know my address, 6364 FM 17, Gray and Saline, Texas, 75140. Tell the cops I'm over here drinking some snap. Why don't you do that? I mean, our one cop. Do that, you cop calling cunt. You ain't above calling the cops either, Poolstick. None of you are. None of you. You all do it. Everybody but me. I'm going to get off here, people. I know you're all talking in the chat. 45 people in here for an impromptu fast thing. I think I got everything said. Everybody can still be friends with Poolstick. That's their business. But if you're friends with Mariaaaa now, I'll still let you come in here, but you better not start sticking up for her, because I will go off. I will twist off quickly. Brenda, thanks again for the wonderful gifts. As you can see, mine fits me perfectly, and my tortoise shells match it perfectly, but the only problem is I can't see through. See everyone later. Bye, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Happy late birthday. Joey Dimes, good morning. This is almost over with. I was going off on Poolstick. Well, actually, Poolstick is not my number one person anymore.
I'm going.
I mean, FBS is not my number one. I kind of half-ass apologize to FBS, because now Poolstick has my full attention. This Can't Be Wrong can fill you in on that. I'm getting off of here. Good morning. This is a outfit that Brenda got me, and Sharon got some. Did you take these with you? You can put them where you want them. Hyena didn't want to talk, but she did say that Mariaaaa was headed to jail, which will be wonderful. You want to have a going to jail party? That's what the bikers do. When one of the 1%ers is going to jail, they have a going to jail party. Would you like that, Mariaaaa? Since you're unemployed and fired. So happy about it. Let's give it a cheer. You finally got what you've been trying to do to everybody else. You finally got what you deserve, but it ain't shut you up yet. Maybe a good night in the woods like I had make you learn to shut your mouth. Anyway, goodbye, folks. Ciao. We're going to have to watch this again.